listen to their merriment, making jokes at your expense. The price of misery is clear. Is there a buy-to-let for a pint of beer? How's the eighth wonder of the world? Still turning plastic into pearls. I want to punch someone in here. I count to 10, I get as far as 5. Comics in their old school ties, tears are running down my thighs. They will have you on your...
We're down in Folkestone for the first button-produced label fair.
An alternative to the independent label market.
At the Radnor Park Bowls Club, which is it's my neck of the woods now.
Big day out with the Blang crew, buying some records and trying to sell a few records too.
The idea is to get some friends with labels to come down, going to showcase what we all do, people to come and listen to some great music.
Second-hand records.
Labels DJing all day.
Blang, Gare Du Nord, selling their stuff.
Oh, we're competing with the established independent record label fair.
Yes, which will be shit.
It's like if you were at Glastonbury, it would be the tent furthest away from the centre stage and everyone would be having a really, really, really good time.
We formed Gare Du Nord in 2013, so 3 friends who all had records that we wanted to release. It was just an excuse to do it under the umbrella of a label, so we thought, well, let's form a label and give it a name. We wanted a French name and just thought of, something quite mundane. We don't really have an A&R policy about what kind of music it is. It can be anything. It's kind of like a facilitator for people who need help with the making the music or mastering or mixing or artwork. That's how it started. We don't operate like a commercial label. It's a commercial money-making label. It's really just a way of friends helping each other to release their records.
What kind of advice would you give if somebody sort of said, look, Ian, I'm thinking I really want to set up my own record label? What would you say to them?
Don't do it, but then do it. Because obviously there's lots of things about it that are kind of commercially suicidal.
I've sold a Anti-Folkestone single.
T-shirt.
I think we might sell a Trailer Crash CD.
And a couple of records. We've been selling the caps today. I can't remember how many we've sold. That will remain an official secret, but there it is. Ian.
He's played in every band I've listened to over the last 15 years, really, at some point or another.
He's played or recorded most of the Blang releases right from the beginning.
Is he bass? Is he drums? Is he guitar? I think you'd call him a polymath, Monsieur Button.
His tentacles reach many places in the corners of Blang. That sounds a bit rude, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, Blang were a fantastic kind of introduction to me, sort of back into playing again, in the sort of earlier mid-2000s. I took up drumming again then. I learnt to play drums when I was really, really small because my dad used to be a drummer, so he taught me when I was a kid. I spent most of my 20s and 30s and 40s being a guitar player. When I got to like 50, I said, well, I'm going to be a drummer again. And it was the Blang bands that were my pathway into that, I think. It was Paul Hawkins, Sergeant Buzzfuzz, who I still play for. I think you can be old and dignified on drums more than you can on guitar. Which is what I'm aiming for, obviously.
Why have you never put out a record on Blang?
I lack creativity and imagination.
Yeah, you'd be a perfect frontman.
I was sacked from Gewalter Kinder, which meant violent children in our pidgin German.
It's a terrible name for a band.
It's a terrible name, but it wasn't such a terrible name in 1980.
the memory.